Available on Blu-ray from Radiance Films is the 1971 kind of avant-garde art house hit Viva la Muerte, aka Long Live Death. This is a Blu-ray directed by Fernando Arrabal with Anouk, Ferjac, and Núria, Espert, and it is in Spanish with English subtitles. The basic story, I'm going to tell you the whole story. Basic story goes something like this. There isn't a lot of story to this. It's mostly very much an art film. Young boy in Spain in the 1930s, somewhere around the time of the Spanish Civil War. His father is gone. The country is under military dictatorship rule, and his father has been missing. He was a communist, and he may have been put to death for that, and his mother may have had something to do with it, the little boy's mother. So it's the little boy kind of imagining what happened to his father, kind of imagining what his mother does or did, imagining a way for himself to get revenge on the people that kind of rule the country, whether it's the church or the military or whatever. And it's a lot of little vignettes and flights of fancy for this little kid. Shot on film, but some of the sequences looks like they were shot on video, or they were processed on video at the time and then transferred back to film. So they have this weird kind of hazy look to them. And it was interesting. Apparently in the marketing on this, it said, it was John and Yoko's favorite movie, or one of their favorite movies. And at the time I read that, I'm like, being a Beatle fan, I'm like, well, that doesn't necessarily mean it's something I'm going to like, because they were into some really weird stuff at the time. And, for a period of time, addicted to heroin. So this is a strange, very, dare I say it because I've never seen it, Buñuelian film. It's a little Jodorowsky kind of film that I can speak with some authority on. And it's just very strange. This is not a standard narrative film by any means. It's got the historical thing. It's very much a political film of its day. It's very much an artistic finger in the air to that era or that kind of government. And it goes in some pretty extreme places. It's got the fluids. It's got, I gotta warn you, it's got slaughterhouse footage in it that's very gross and very disturbing. And it's got a lot of stuff it was intended to shock. It was intended to be provocative and cause people to talk and be outrageous and try to make a point by being outrageous. And I get that. It's just, it doesn't make as much sense without the context. Like the context I got through the extras that I watched after this. So I'm like, okay, this makes a little bit more sense. Because if you're just watching this movie cold, you're like, wow, this is really gross. Why is this happening? Okay, that's really outrageous, but what does any of this mean? Why is this kid doing this? Why are these people doing this? So it goes out of its way to be transgressive and shock with, as I said, all that. It's got bugs, it's got blasphemy, it's got profanity, it's got incest themes, it's got operation footage. It's just like, after a while, I can't get it. You're outrageous, you're shocking. For me, it was just a very disjointed and hard watch, and I really did not enjoy this, but I know it's got a following. And as always, I don't always love what Radiance releases, but I love that they do release them. They're putting out stuff that's been incredibly hard to find, that's maybe never had a Blu-ray release. Maybe it's never had a video release in America outside of an old videotape or bootlegs and stuff. So I'm glad this is available for those who want it, because it's clear from the extras on this that this is a very respected film and a film that a lot of people really appreciate and love. So special features go a little something like this. You get a projection booth, which is an excellent podcast if you don't listen to it. A projection booth episode on the film that's 65 minutes. So it's just that episode that plays over the film, and then the film just keeps going. So it's not a commentary that runs the length of the film, but it plays as a commentary, like you select it as a commentary. There's an interview with Professor David Archibald on the film that's 21 minutes. There is In the Footsteps of Baal. This is a 1970 archive behind-the-scenes documentary, which is very cool, 19 minutes long. You get Vida Arrabal, a 2011 feature-length documentary on the director by Xavier Pastruel Baron. That's 99 minutes. So you get a whole second movie on this set. And then you get the new Radiance trailer for this film, which is a minute long, and a 17-image gallery. And I will show you what the package looks like. Again, hoping this will be in focus. This is the standard kind of Radiance cover, which has this removable OV strip that you can just slide out if you don't want to keep it in there blocking the image, but that gives you all the details on it front and back. Cracker open. We have, that's nudity, can't put that there. You can on YouTube, but not on TV. That's a sketch from the film, and that's a booklet. If I remove that, it's slightly less offensive. Not on the back, it's not. And you get a reversible cover that utilizes, I think, probably original artwork for the film. The booklet, the Radiance booklets are always substantial. This booklet, I'm not going to show you the cover, but I like to do that. See how thick that is? That's not just a chapter index and a cast list. It's pretty good. You get but you do get a cast list. Cast and crew: The Future of Cinema Belongs to the Poets, an interview with Fernando Arrabal from 1976 by Peter Brunette and Gerald Perry, who's well known for his cult movies books. The Surreal and the Violent: The Unique Construction of Fernando Arrabal's Panic Theater, 2024 article by Sabina Stent, and transfer notes and credits. And it has a lot of, I can show you some of the pictures. A lot of images in here that are taken from the new transfer, which looks really, really good. Unless it's their video transferred to film era, which is never going to look good from that era. Anyway, available now on Blu-ray is Viva la Muerte from Radiance Films.